What's going on, guys? Figure Boy's back with another video, and today, it's been a while, but still, we have another, guys. It has been maybe, in these past 2 months, when I say another, there has been so many figure reviews. We have another one, guys. We have another figure review today, and, I'm supposed to be getting my Jon Moxley coming in. But I'm telling you now, it's not that. It's not that. He's supposed to be coming this Tuesday at the time of recording. But today, it is on, we got it from Amazon, and it is on the brand new Elite Series 85 Karrion Kross. I am a massive Kross fan. Many people aren't really a big fan of him. Ever since he debuted, I looked at his first match, and I was like, alright, this guy's pretty interesting. I hope he doesn't get buried, but he hasn't. He is the NXT champion at time of recording, and after his first debut match with Ciampa, I think it was at In Your House or something, NXT TakeOver. But after that, he has been one of my favorites. He needs to get called up. I just don't want him to get buried, but let's dive into the figure review, starting out with the packaging like we always do. Here's a look at the front. You got a picture of Karrion Kross right there, certified authentic. Little window for the figure right there. You get Elite Collection, first time in the line. This is his first time in the line figure. So, that's pretty good that they're going to release an Elite. They also do have a basic, but it's not his first time in the line, and why would I pick up the basic when there is the Elite? You got his name right there, Karrion Kross. Mattel. On the side, you get Elite Collection, a picture Kross right there. On the back of the packaging, there is a tiny little bio read. If you want to pause and read it, you can pause it now. Other people in the wave, you also get Bray Wyatt, Karrion Kross, which we have here with us today, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, The Undertaker, and Aleister Black. And on the final side, you get a really nice image of Karrion Kross right there, and Elite Collection. But that, and at the top, Elite 85. 8+, that doesn't really matter, and the WWE logo and True Effects. That does it for your packaging, guys, but now let's dive into Kross's accessories first, and then we're going to look at Karrion Kross himself. So for Kross's accessories, guys, we get quite a bit of stuff. We always start with the interchangeable hands, so we're going to start with those. He comes with some 2 fisted interchangeable hands with white wrist tape, and I love how they gave the white peg. Sadly, it was Sam's Elite 86 Rollins that he got. I don't think he'll do a review on that, but we talked about it. I don't know if he will or not. But I'm glad they gave the white peg for his Rollins. The glove had a flesh peg, and I am not a fan of that. But I'm glad they gave him a white peg on both of them. So he has his fisted hands, which he can punch with. And we also have the standard fantastic mic holding hands. Every figure should come with mic holding hands. I was talking to Sam about this the other day. Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy's, they need mic holding hands. Every single figure needs to have mic holding hands, grappling hands, whatever you want to call them, object holding hands, whatever. But every figure needs to come with these. And finally, this is my first ever cloth entrance coat. He comes with an entrance coat, and it's not like a super long Undertaker coat. It's just a standard coat. So if I stick my hand out right here, it's about the size of your hand. So it's not even that. It's like you go from the top of your middle finger, and like it still doesn't even reach down to the bottom. So it's not too big, but it does have that cloth. I love cloth accessories. You get the inside right there. The collar is supposed to lift up, like you see here on the side. If I bring it to you, so like you see that on the side right there, the collar is supposed to lift up. But when I try to do that with this right here, it doesn't want to stay up. So it's like the stitching in the back doesn't want to stay up, but that doesn't really bother me. I mean, more than likely, I won't be using it for Kross. I'll be using it for guys like, even though it's too long, I'll be using it for like Finn Balor, Undertaker, Edge, Seth Rollins, guys like that, that need an entrance coat. So, but that pretty much does it for Kross's accessories, guys. Now let's get into Karrion Kross, the figure himself. So getting into Kross himself, guys, I love this figure so much. We're going to start from head to toe, and then we'll get into what comes after. But first, Starting out with the head sculpt, I love this head sculpt. This sculpt looks so much like Cross right there. I mean, it just, the likeness is so there. Like, I love the gritting teeth, and there's no misprints, that's what I love about Amazon. No hate to Ringside, but they most likely give me misprinted head sculpts. Not misprinted whatsoever. This is a perfect head sculpt. Nothing is misprinted. I think that looks great. It is a tad loose at the joint, but it doesn't bother me that much. But anyways, guys, that's the sculpt going all the way around. He is bald, so it does swivel right there a bit, so it works out pretty good. It looks really good and like Cross himself, so I think that looks very nice. Moving down to the torso, he does have the, I'm gonna get him, hold on, right here. He does have the same torso as the Elite 84 Sheamus, which is my last newest figure compared to Cross, but they do have the same exact torso. My Sheamus torso, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not loose or anything, but this one is insanely tight, so I like that. I can rely on it for not getting loose. But looking up here, you do have the tattoos. Shout out to Mattel for this tattoo work. This is absolutely insane. Like, mind-blowing. Moving to the back, you know, he's got the full sleeve right here, a little bit of teal there. You get the torso tattoo right there. You get a little bit indentation up into here. Mine has a little paint mishap right there, if you could see. And probably won't, but see that little speckle right there? A little bit of paint missing there. I didn't even notice it. I just now seen it. But he does have the full sleeve. I don't even care about that mishap right there. Back here, he does have a little shoulder right here. Kind of looks like Randy Orton. I mean, if it's being honest, it kind of does look like the Randy Orton shoulder. Like, I mean, look at it. It kind of does. But yeah, you do have the tattoo there. You kind of get like the, I've seen, like, if you guys watch like Monster Truck stuff, like, it looks like Gravedigger to me. So if you have no idea who that is, you obviously don't know what I'm talking about. But if you know what I'm talking about, that kind of does look like the logo for him. But you do get like the elk on the back right here, deer, elk. I think that's an elk. And then you get a little bit of Japanese writing. I have no idea what that says, so I don't know. I don't really get it. But that's pretty much the torso. Moving into the arms and the lower arms, I think these are, I don't think they're Brock Lesnar arms. I think they might be, if I'm looking at Drew McIntyre right now, they might now, they gotta be bigger. They might actually be like the, yeah, I think they're the Goldberg arms. No, they're not. They're not the Goldberg arms. Well then, if they're not well, they might be a tiny version of the Brock Lesnar or Braun Strowman arms. But it's a weird arm mold. I've never seen it. Maybe it is a Sheamus arm mold. Oh, wait. It is. It's the Sheamus arm mold. Wow. So basically, this is actually Sheamus. This whole figure is actually kind of Sheamus. I mean, except the legs. But this whole top up here is basically a Sheamus mold. Basically, they're just repainted. Wow. So basically a Sheamus torso with tattoos and that. But he does have the white wrist tape with the fist, as I showed you guys, with the white peg. Oh, I love that white peg. It makes a massive difference. But it does have the darker skin tone there. Same on this side. Moving down to the trunks, just your plain black trunks. Nothing on the back, nothing too special. On the side here, it does have the cross lettering right there with the hourglass. People don't normally know what that logo is, but I know it's an hourglass. Moving down to the legs, you know, you got your standard just flesh legs, you know how it is. Standard knee pads, you know, the closed ones in the back, kind of like the Finn Balor ones. And here is the big issue, guys. Here is the big issue everyone talks about. The lower kick pad problem. It's basically the Johnny Gargano syndrome, as MDT would call it, or as most people would call it. It doesn't bother me. To be honest with you guys, it does not bother me at all. I mean, it does look pretty weird, like really long leg on camera. Or like when you really look at it, like if you really, really pay attention to it. But otherwise, I mean, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. So it's fine with me. I do like this. I don't like that sound, though. They might have got some super glue in there on accident or something, but because that's how it was with my Finn Balor yesterday. And I'm going to pause the video right now. If you have ever experienced this problem, and I haven't told anybody, but if you ever experienced this problem, comment down below. Do you ever get a ripped knee pad problem? Like, I know it's an off-track, like, thing in this review, but let's just pause for a minute. Do you ever get a ripped knee pad problem? Every stinking time I get, like, a Finn Balor or a Miz figure, or, like, not Miz, but Daniel Bryan, and, like, Randy Orton, the knee pads tear. What in the world is that, guys? I mean, if you look at it, if you look closely, like, I'm obviously zoomed in right now, but if you look closely, you can see where this knee pad is shiny right there. That's because I had to super glue it because it tore. It makes no sense. This is my, like, fairly new Elite A2 Balor. So it's like, it makes no sense to me. But if you have that problem, comment down below. But if nobody else has that problem, tell me what I'm doing wrong. But anyways, back to the review. Sorry I got off track, but let me know if that has ever happened. He does have the standard black kick pads and boots. Just standard ones, just black, nothing special. But that pretty much does it for Kross himself, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some comparisons and see how he scales with the rest of the people in my collection. So first, some comparison, guys. We do have the new Elite 85 Karrion Kross right in the middle. We have my not newest Elite now, it's Kross now, but my past Elite figure that is very recent, Sheamus, the Elite 84. If you want to go check out a review, it's on the channel. Also the Nakamura review, which is right here, my Elite 81 Shinsuke Nakamura. But again, that's on the channel. That's on the channel over there. And then we have his rival in NXT right now, Mr. Finn Balor, the Prince. So anyways, guys, that pretty much does it for your Elite 85 Karrion Kross figure review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Couple announcements before we go. Doomsday, #1 priority. Everyone's asking, when's it coming out? You know, like, when's Blackout After It coming out? Blackout After It is gonna be a little while, because I want to have, like, a big shock go after Doomsday. But, yeah, Doomsday, I'm gonna say 2 weeks. I'm gonna call it right now. You guys heard it right. If you're watching this video, you just got exclusive access. 2 weeks at the earliest, okay? So it could be a little later. Please try to be patient with me. I've got a lot of stuff to handle right now. But I've got big surprises I'm planning. I'm planning and planning and planning. I've got so many shots that I'm looking forward to do. And if you guys want to have a sneak peek at what I'm working on, I have to reprint it, and they got a little bent. But look at this. Look at that. That's awesome. A massive Doomsday thing. My printer ran out of ink, so I gotta have new ink in there. And then after new ink is in there, it'll work out. But well, it's not actually my printer. It's my grandma's printer. And shout out to her, because she's the one that bought me this. So thank you so much. And but yeah, those are pretty much the announcements that I have. But anyways, guys, that does it for this review. And as I said, be sure, and I'm telling you right now, be sure to watch out for any time from now to Tuesday for the AEW Unrivaled Series 5 Jon Moxley. I am super hyped for that, Moxley. I have one AEW Unrivaled figure, which is Kenny Omega, and this was the flesh, like the really light skin tone. And I'm really excited to get Moxley in the updated skin tone and with an AEW World Championship, which I'm super excited to get. But anyways, guys, I'll let you guys go. But that was pretty much your Karrion Kross Elite 85 figure review. I love this figure. I've waited so long for this to be in my collection, and finally he is. But anyways, guys, that does it. And make sure to like, subscribe, Comment down below. As I said, do you have that ripped knee pad problem? Like, I don't get it. Why? I don't know why my knee pads rip. Maybe it's my fault, but I'm bending them back, like, not even all the way, and they rip. So it makes no sense. But anyways, make sure you comment that. Comment down below if you have this figure and what are your thoughts on it. And I gave you guys exclusive access on Doomsday, so be sure to look out for Moxley, as I said, and then in about, I'd say a month at max, look out for the Doomsday match. But anyways, guys, that does it, and we'll see you again next time. Figure Boys are out.